Welcome to another episode of Hardcat Basics. In this episode, we're going to show you how to set up the new role-based security. To access the roles currently within the system, simply click on File, Administration, Roles. This will give you a list of all the predetermined roles currently created within the system. In every Hardcat system, there is a default role called System Default. The different functions available to us on the list of roles screen. The View button will present a PDF report outlining the standard defaults that are available to the current role selected. The Edit button allows us to open up an existing role and change or update the details. New creates a new role. Copy will copy the current role selected for you able to edit, as well as delete to delete a role. Although you cannot delete a role which is currently associated to any user accounts. Let's review the current system default role. To do this, we can simply double-click on the record or press the Edit button. Within the Details of Role screen, the standard information as per prior versions of Hardcat are still the same, where we can restrict what fixed reports people see, custom reports, import-export definitions, bulk update templates, as well as statistical charts. The new functionality now is around the role security and the allow logins to over role security function. When setting up a new role now, we can predetermine the security profiles for a user based around the role that they are assigned against. We can allow the role to either determine the security rights for a user, the user rights will be dictated purely by the role, or we can allow a user to override a role security. Therefore, the user profile will inherit the role security options as selected under role security, and then they can be changed at a later date. If you untick allow logins to override role security, any changes made to this role security model will be automatically updated to all logins associated to this role. Let's click on the role security button now to see what other information or other attributes we can set. Within the role security button, this screen will look very similar to the current Hardcat security profile screen, where we have a description, we have our start at area, we have our options for, around password policies, if the user is active or not, if they're a CAT scan user, and multiple users. We can specify the login type, we can specify what workgroup they're associated to, and as well as the standard RAD and N levels for each of the different areas of Hardcat. Where this has been further expanded now is in the options area. Building on our current RAD security features, we have CRUD access now against the different areas: create, read, update, and delete. A good example of this where it was a deficiency in the past is if you only wanted to give a user update rights on an asset rather than create rights as well. You would have had to give them RA rights to assets, and we couldn't have stopped a user from creating a brand new assets. With this new role security feature, we can take away the create rights of a user as well as delete. So we can now give them RA rights to an asset, but only give them read and update rights. This same methodology is available to the different areas of problems, tasks, work orders within the maintenance module, within the purchasing area from the invoices section, purchase order templates, as well as stock items. So within this role area, we can go through and define all the different rights that a user can set up, selecting what's required for this particular role. And once that's set up, we can then press OK and then save that to the role, and then save the role itself. And as we can see now, because we've made changes, the system will go through and update any users that are associated with this, and when they log in next time, they will be using the new updated security roles. Thank you for watching this episode of Hardcat Basics. If you have any other questions about anything you've seen in this episode, please don't hesitate to contact Hardcat support.